be finishing up our Fort Conference sign for outside. Let's watch the process. So here I'm locking the piece of wood into this, it's called a jaw horse. And then I'm starting to sand just with 60 grit. I didn't do a normal lengthy sand on this just because it was basically a weathered piece, and it weathered quite well in the sense there wasn't any paint or stain that was flaking off. It just needed a little rub down on the sides. And so I'm using 60 grit with the orbital sander, doing a little bit on the sides. The sides were actually quite good. It just needed a little bit of TLC. And then I think in a minute here, I switch over to the next grit. I think I go to 120. And again, I normally would go finer grit, but for being outside, I just left it at 120. It worked out quite well. So here's me putting the 120 paper on the orbital sander. And then the same thing, just go a few with a, probably quicker than normal on a really truly finished piece. But this being finished and this being restored, it didn't need a lot. And I didn't want to take it down to naked wood because the stain that was on there was actually in good condition. And if you ever need to get a piece of equipment that's really easy to use and you want to hold something, this jaw horse system is really cool. Like, you lock it in with your foot. There's a little lever to lock it in, and then when you want to unlock it, you just do the reverse. Works really well. So you don't have to worry about clamping it down on something, and you can raise it above the surface a bit. So I recommend it. It's called a jaw horse. There's probably many varieties of it, but just Google jaw horse. And now I'm just doing a little scrubbing of the carved letters that was originally painted with some black. Again, stood up pretty good, but just giving it just a little buff up so that I can repaint it again. It'll stick better and look a little bit better and takes any of the weathering out of it. Worked out, again, quite well. But just a lot of elbow grease has to go into this part. And now I'm just doing a quick little sanding of the sides. Again, didn't need much. Just to give it a little, I guess, rough edge so it can take the stain a little bit better and just even things out. then a quick little spray with some air just to get all the fine sawdust off. Before I actually stain it too, I'll just wipe it down with a cloth as well just to get any of the fine dust. But this just gets the bigger stuff. You can see the spray coming off. So there we are. It was outside for a long time. It's pretty beat up, but still in good condition. I'm going to paint the black one more time just to give it a little bit of a better appearance, and then I will stain it up again, get it back looking good. So that's the next process, painting. I actually use Tremclad. I use this is high heat only because I had some left over from the stove. And I find it works pretty good. So paint away. So I paint this. It takes a little bit of time. I'm gonna actually fast forward, not even fast forward. I'm just gonna jump to the end lettering because it's kind of pretty boring to watch me just paint some letters, and it's almost as bad as watching it dry. So, but I'll fast forward it here. That's it with blackened out. Now I gotta wait for that to dry and then throw some stain on her. Putting a little bit of a stain on her. Yeah. Stain from the bucket. Put her on there. Made her look pretty sweet, eh? Woohoo! Yeah, baby! This is the, let me think, this is the second stain putting on it. And then after that, I'll put a clear coat on it. I don't think I have film of the clear coat, but it's the same as this coat. And again, I'll fast forward through this as well. Way too much. Woo, woo, woo. It's time to put out the Fort Conference sign. We're about to take it up. We're going to take it up with little Allison. Here she is. She's going to hold on to that. And we're going to take this up and put it. Where are we going to put it?
Where the sign was supposed to be. At
Good.
the very top.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh no, I forgot the drill. Okay, we've got the drill, some screws. Now we're set. Okay, we're off again with the drill. This is going to be an adventure. This is where Fort Conference goes. Now, do you know why this is Fort Conference?
Because it's conference area.
Because in the old days, when the kids were really little, when Allison was probably a baby, whoa, whoo, this was a really big stump and it had a nice top on it. And the kids used to call it a conference table. So then we called it Fort Conference. So here we go. We're going to put it up. Okay, hold it up in that area. Kind of where.
So many stinging now.
I know, there's lots sticking out. Up a little higher, right to the very top if we can. I'll put one here just to hold it.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. That looks cool there, doesn't it? Let's zoom out of it. Nice. Should we go around and find out all the other forts?
Yes.
Let's do it. Hold on to the drill. Okay, we're gonna go and find all the other forts. There's 6 total. So, there's a bug. So Fort Conference is one of them. Fort 309. That was named by Keith back when he was about 2 or 3 years old. Off to the next one. Any bears? This is Fort Maple. The kids used to jump up in there, and this is a nice, well, kind of a big branchy maple. Not my favorite maple, but the kids loved it. Fort Maple. On to the next. So here we have Fort Karate. The kids used to go in that area there and do karate with each other. They didn't really take karate. They just pretended they knew karate. So that got called Fort Karate. Here we go. This is going to be a steep one. Ready, Allison? Off to the next one. Now, that is Fort Lookout. Now, this is a weird story. It doesn't look like a lookout at all, but there used to be behind it a really huge stump, like massive stump, about 8 feet tall, 8 feet wide, like massive stump. And then literally over a year and a half, it just rotted away. Like it was there for years, but then it rotted down to nothing, like in about a year and a half. It's really weird. Look at the rain. Wow. Okay, where's the sun? There's gotta be a rainbow behind us. Rainbow's got to be behind us somewhere. There's got to be a rainbow somewhere. Keep looking over here. The rainbow's got to be over here somewhere. Oh, that was almost backed into our garden. Here we go. Next fort. Now, this one actually is a fort. This is Main Fort. And it actually is a fort up there, which is a pretty neat little fort. Let's go check it out, actually. Go on up, Allison. And it was made when the kids were little, so it's almost like it's like a little pig pen in here. You can't really fall out if you tried. And you could maybe sleep 1-2 people in here if you wanted to. It'd be kind of fun to sleep in here, actually. Okay, now there's got to be a rainbow. We got to find the rainbow. Yeah. Look at the rain and the sun. There's got to be a rainbow. Did we get them all? So there's Main Fort, Fort Lookout, Fort Maple, Fort Karate, Fort 309, and then 6 on my other finger. You can't see it. Yeah, Fort Conference. We did it. And thanks for watching, everybody.